What's up? Oh. Okay. Welcome everybody. Frank, Use Chopstick, Savior, Ricky, DNA, welcome. Welcome. That's good. Alright, so we do have 4 packages. Looks like all 4 of them just got redeemed, so let's go at it. Alright. So, real quick, right before stream, I got on a little late for a couple reasons here tonight. Also, is there a lag? I feel like there's lag on the audio to the video. Is there? Everything seems okay? Okay. Anyways, whoa, that is crooked. Slight delay. Is it bad? Slightly? Alright, so how would I do this? I want to figure it out. Filters. Live stream. No delay on my side. Sync offset. Here we go. Let's just up this 1/10 of a millisecond. Is that any better? I don't know. Anyways, let me know. Better? Okay. It's still probably off, I'm guessing. Alright. First package. Plastic Bits, welcome. Got a couple of things here. Just from Poverty Keys, we got some 0.4 millimeter shims. I don't know, just a good thing to have in the back pocket here in case I ever potentially run out of 1.2s. I don't think I will. Next up, we have this BDZ syringe. So it looks like there's supposed to be about a milliliter and a half. So not a whole lot, but I'm thinking here, like I'm looking at what they might have done and thinking maybe I could just suction some up if I ever need to. MS worth delay, but it looks good to me. Okay. Wise Donkey, welcome. That's a sick mouse pad. Yeah. This is like a rubber hose mouse pad. Or desk mat. Let me see if I can up it up just a tiny more. Let's go to 300. Okay. The idea of filling it, yeah, it does. That's why I kind of like wanted to buy it, but like it's not cheap. Like it's not cheap, but I'm wondering how, like, what's the trade-off of me getting BDZ everywhere and losing that BDZ trying to fill a syringe versus me just buying buying a syringe that someone had pre-filled. I'm not sure. Okay. Like there's a trade-off here. I don't quite know, but maybe at some point I will try and figure it out. All right, next up. This is not a keyboard package. Whoa, shit. Okay, something fell out of here. All right, so I've been getting Instagram ads. I'm getting Instagram ads for some of the stuff that looks entirely amusing. Let's check this out. I got this Grimace hair claw. And also this Bobby Hill hair claw. But that's not it. I also ordered in this same package. It's just like a, oh, they got like fun little trinkets. Doggo got you? Yeah, you got it too. Well, I looked at the store and there's more. Here's a B-stock Rusty Shackleford Zippo. So yeah, definitely got me. It's B stock. I don't know what the B stock is. Maybe it's like there's a little bit of, I don't know. There's like some imperfections that are like dotty kind of throughout. This one also maybe has a little, it kind of looks like there's a little tiny bit of clear coat missing on its face or on his face. Let's see if we can show it right there. Y'all see that? Unfortunately, that's not just a fingerprint or a finger smudge. I think that's like actually like an imperfection, but also I think you can see there's a little dot right there and a little dot right there as well. They only had B stocks left. All right, let's do this. How's that look? I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of dark, but that's how it is. All right. Anyways, continuing along. Yeah, how's Instagram ads work, man? I gotta get my Instagram ads to work. I don't think I'm hitting the right market. Or markets. Alright, next up we got a package from Divinity. I'm pretty excited about this one. Specifically for the reason that I'm going to have to organize this. One of my all-time favorite things. Alright. We got a DCS SMRT. I see. Okay, there it is. You know what's interesting is I feel like these arrows, I don't know how accurate these are. DCS Wise arrows. Maybe they are accurate. Well, I guess they are. Alright. Are you doing this fine? Oh, I'm chilling. Yeah, they're little triangles. I thought they were actual arrows. But, you know. Consider... Oh, that's what I was looking at right there. See, now I had thought... Now, I wonder if I might still have these arrow keys. But then, like, I'm not sure if the actual gray would match. Let's see if we can open this up. Right there. King of the Hill Zippo? Yes. Alright, let's sort this out. We also got the got a 6U bar, some windows, 1U keys. Yeah, you got a few things here. Extra shifts. I'll grab some bags. Well, I built a arc60 recently. I took some pic. Can I share them? Sure. Feel free drop in links into chat or post them into Keyboards General. Klexis, welcome. Hey, so we haven't been on since Thursday. You know what that means? Plenty of news and notes. God damn it, you serious with this? Bro. News and notes, my beloved. Look at this. It's like we're just trying. We're trying to do this. It's bad. Mr. Pooter, it's bad. Welcome back, by the way. Let's see. Saw really did a great job. LED's on, off, and the weight bottom. Oh, did you see or did someone alert you about the new Deskies domes? Nope. Thank you for alerting me of that. Again, I find out most of my news via Twitch chat, specifically my Twitch chat, as well as I guess my Keyboard Discord channel. Keyboards Discord's channels. T1. Oh, what does that mean? I think that's supposed to be more tactile. Let's find out. Hello from SoCal, Randy. Hello from San Francisco. There for a trip, I'm guessing, right? Or are you there for any other? Okay, that didn't really do anything, honestly. All right, I'm gonna open all these links, and including Plastic Bits pictures, as well as these Deskies domes shortly. More BK. Ooh. Now, how about the... Wait, 2025... Has 2025 been announced? The Wise set shipped. Yes, Shrek is God. Welcome back. Ah, there we go. Cool. This is such horrible packaging. September 6th? Alright. That's, is that Labor Day weekend, or is that the weekend after? I mean, I guess we'll just start this, and we'll see what we need after. Hopefully this is not the wrong idea. 7 due. I don't know. Oh shit. Seriously? Weekend. Oh, this is the first time it's like the weekend after. Wonder if hotel travel would be cheaper? Oh, that's a good point. Really good point. Koala, welcome. All right, let me get my news and notes up while I sort of sort this out. Okay, so it's been like 4 nights since I've seen you guys. Spent most of this time since last time around playing Pokemon with Tina. We and there's a lot out of this, but okay, so here's what happened. Let's go all the way back. I was really into Gen 3 and 4. So that's Ruby, Sapphire, Diamond, and Pearl. I would say I was also pretty into Black and White, which was... Was there one in between that? I don't remember. Anyways, I was really into these specific Pokemon games, right? And, did I put the... Oh, I'm good. Well, actually, let's look at these. Nighten, welcome. Alright, let's take a look. What you got? The Chrono 60. Honestly, pretty classy. And there's the weight. I like it. That's pretty classy. I wasn't sure I ever really liked Symbiote specifically, but this looks pretty good. Black and White's Gen 5, yes. Okay, so yeah, I was pretty into those 3 generations specifically. So let's take a look at these domes. I meant to look at these domes as well. Ooh. Ooh, that's exciting. So are these Deski's Tactile #1? More tactility than Desk BKE domes. Perfectly inherit OG BKE tactility and wide range of weight variation options. Orders can be placed directly. Final shipping expected to be May 2025. Price will keep same. Pre-sale orders will receive 6 strips of different weight variants sample pack as gift and thankfulness for your support. Confirmed not capable to make even another small batch. V1 domes will be discontinued once stock sold out. Anyone who's interested in our Deskies V1 can try Deskies T1. Sorry, I should go on this view. Almost no difference between OG BKE and T1 63G. Ah, and it goes higher and higher from that, huh? Interesting. Yeah, I'll probably buy a bunch of these, to be honest. You know what sucks, though? Is that, like... I mean, if you wanted, like, 2 sets worth, one would wish that you could get these 2, you know? But then that's 110 instead of 120. BA is saying they wouldn't be compatible with stuff like Clever's or his housings because of all the extra material around the base. Oh. But they will be compatible with Deski's stuff? Will they be compatible with OEM? Should be the Agar sound test? Yes. It's pretty good. What's going on with this PCB borking? What? Our 2K is busted. If you want to get in a Desky order, can I join into combined shipping? Sure. I'm down. I'm also thinking, like, I think it might be a good time to, like, also get in on some older other domes, too. Like, I think maybe I might want to get some more carrots. I don't know if there's really a whole lot of other ones I want to try that badly, though. Brown? Like, I could maybe try this brown, the brown rounder one, which probably is going to be round. What do you guys think the difference is between V2 and V3? Also, people are skeptical of all the weightings due to the lack of prototypes and that they only have renders. Skepticism, huh? Just roundness of the bump. Is V2 more round than V3? V3 is the roundest. Okay. Good to know. Also, is anyone aware I didn't read it? Can you combine this pre-order with in-stock stuff? I don't know if I glossed over any point that might have suggested that you could or couldn't. My head's to bed now. Plastic Bits, thanks for jumping in. Graph. Where is my question mark key? Did I not pay attention to what it looked like when it was packaged? Ah, damn it. 100-gram domes, though? I don't know if I'm going to get in on those. Personally. Alright. ECS SMRT. What is this supposed to look like? Do is escape? There's no just escape? That's an interesting choice. I guess I never noticed. Where's that do key? Dookie. Tab. Enter. Shift. I was looking at the 35 and 63. I'll probably just get what I don't know. I'm thinking about getting a bunch of them, honestly, after seeing it. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel. Compose character. That's interesting. I guess that's the taking the place of 1.75U control. We need short right shift and function. There's function. Short right shift. Okay. So, strange things here. Why does it feel like I'm missing something? Such as this question mark key. Something fell that sounded like the question mark keycap. There we go. I almost threw that away. Alright. So I think then we could probably bag all the rest of this up, but there's still like one more kit. Bitch ass is bad. This like my least favorite. One of my least favorite things about DCS is the packaging. That's probably my least favorite. The second least favorite thing is the sharpness of the spacebar. Otherwise, I don't know. DCS pretty chill. Ah, shit. Alt key. God damn it. Missed the Alt key. Ugh. So annoying. Corn, welcome. I didn't miss it because it's in this one. Fuck. All right. Another thing too, though, is they did something kind of good on that second one I opened, which is like leave a little bit of the plastic off, so it's like easier for me to open. And no such advantage for these other ones. There's our 7U. I guess we can also hold over these 2 diamonds. Then just stuff the rest into this. Hopefully it fits. Yep. I guess I'm looking at these other... I'm looking at these other keycaps that are in the kit. And it's funny because it's just like there's no escape key. There's no escape key, but there's a bunch of other R1 keys that are just like kind of funny that you could use since there's only do. So you could use local prints and no scroll or break. Insert here. Preview screen. Help. Help is kind of amusing. You don't like do? It's a little weird. Oh my god. Yet again, I almost threw that key away. Should use help. My only problem is, though, is that I don't really like accent. Alright, so there's the 6U, which I could package in with that. And I'll do these 2 1U Windows keys as well. And the rest of these I can pack away. Okay. I mean, the extensions also do have command and option, but eh. I think that SP packaging, it's worse. It's bad. It's very bad. Do I get DCS beige? Never owned a DCS. Is that the one from Bowl? I would. I don't have it, but I have several other DCS beiges. That's cool. Okay. Cafe looked nice. Legending bothers me, though. It's the only thing holding me back. Okay, we'll just leave this off to the side. I think everything else should be good to go. All right, we have one more package, and then we got 2 builds. Let's take a look at the last package. What I'm very, very excited about. So, gotta get it open. There's a lot of tape on it. The only thing holding you back. You mean like the old kind of like the Gorton old looking terminal type? Here we go. So, from our dear friend Nick Heller. We've got, count them, 4 of these. 4 of these PCBs. And I think to go along with them, we got 4 of these plates. All right. So for anyone who is not familiar, these guys right here are Philco replacement PCBs and accompanying FR4 plates. Pretty cool, honestly, because yeah, really the only options up to this point were like, I don't know, just getting plates cut. Like I think there were the steel one kind of came with it. There was like a buy in the past for some aluminum versions of the plate. But I guess you'd have to just otherwise get your own. But right here we got, and this is interesting. There's a lot of compatibility here. There's split back and split right shift. But I don't know. I'm probably just still gonna build this as a TKL because I don't plan on using it. It's just more of a display board. Boards, like the boards that I have, I like a lot, to be honest. And so yeah. We got 4 sets for the 4 that I need to build, as you guys might be able to see here. We got a beige one here. That's like the most normal one. I got a free multicam casing from V2. I also separately got the Tex Philco aluminum case in 2013. And then finally, I got this Litster stacked acrylic. As far as I know, the first stateside stacked acrylic TKL, I think. But this was a few years before I bought it. So, pretty excited. These have just been sitting unbuilt. Like, I've always just thought, like, okay, because there's so little compatibility on them, like them being old OEM boards, that it's like, you got CoStar in them. Like, I don't know. It's just like the daughter board a situation in there was very weird. And then finally, like, the PCBs, I mean, there's some of the older PCBs I've ever used, so a lot of them are pretty mangled at this point, especially a lot of, you know, pad lifting and such. So my thought was always like, all right, I'll just work on them if I run out of content. So I'd always push them last. And fortunately, I've still been able to have content, you know, ongoing. So I've never needed to rebuild those as is. All while trying to wait for someone to put out a Philco PCB that would just be better than the OEM, because we get 5-pin compatibility. We get a lot of different compatibility that I'm probably not even going to use. Fresh new PCB, not, you know, none fucked up on them, like about them. And then finally, PCB mount stabilizers. So that's the big thing, is just like, I didn't want to deal with CoStar stuff. But another really cool thing about all this is that there's Alps compatibility too. Again, not that I'm going to use these boards, so like MX is just fine, especially if I'm just displaying MX key sets. So, anyways, that is all of the packages. I think this is also some hardware and some LEDs and stuff too. So yeah, that's what we got. Alrighty. Let's get started with these builds. So, a couple of them, or a couple of things first. We got the plateless arc60, as well as the second, which is the MX build for the Type B. Both of these I need to work on some stabilizers for, so that's going to take a big bulk of our time, I believe. I'm not bringing out either of the boards yet. I just feel like we probably should just get these up and working. Looks like this is Easy Mate. This right here is JST, I believe. I hope that is just like both of them are pretty standard. This one straight up says Unified Daughter Board, so this one should be fine. We can go and test. I don't think I need to test this. I mean, this worked the last time I built it. It's just for those who don't might not remember. I was trying to sell this board for a while, and then I'm in a position now where I don't necessarily need to sell it, and I actually like it, so I decided to just keep it instead. All right. Pretty good layout here. I would change this to right win. Other than that, this looks pretty solid. Layer 1, a little off though. Go with caps lock right there. Big ol' nothing right here. / home page up, left, right, plus minus, and page down, down. Okay. Sweet. Let's test. Yo, what the? Really? Okay, so anyways, as I was going back to our discussion from earlier, we were playing Pokemon the whole time. Now, I was really into, I guess, Gens 3 through 5, not just really 3 through 4, but really into 3 through 5. And especially during 3 and 4, I actually got mildly into, like, the, what was then the online competitive scene. But if you guys realize, I don't think there was really very many online type features in these games, so a lot of it was just like battle simulators online that people were just writing. Like the earliest battle simulator I was doing was like, it was like an IRC bot. It was called RS bot, Ruby Sapphire bot. Moving on to Gen 4, at some point there was like a desktop app that allowed you to play. I think it was called Shoddy Battle. And then, looks like we're good here. Did I remember all that on black and white? So I didn't really do it in black and white. I didn't do competitive with black and white. But I did Shoddy Battle for Diamond and Pearl. And then there was some what was it? Like a mobile app. Like a very unauthorized mobile app, and I would just like play it during class. And it was pretty cool because like you could just like load in your teams via like a JSON file, I guess. Ooh, that's a tight fit on this one. What the hell? Why is it so tight on this? I can't take this off. Isn't this usually not tight? There we go. Getting shafted by a bunch of Japanese hackers. Comps. Alright. We need to do like a bunch of stabilizers. So I'm going to do everything like step by step. Like I'm going to do all 6 stabilizers. Then I'm going to do all the soldering. And then all of the mounting and everything. But I think we also need to choose switches. Both of them are supposed to get linears. So again, here's my collection of linears. What are you guys thinking? Which ones get which? We got arc60, arc60 plateless and type B aluminum. Here's some JWK linears. This is cherry red pre-tool, novel keys, cream dream, and Telios. So feel free to pick some while I work on some stabilizers here. Okay, anyways. So I was playing competitively from like middle school to high school a lot through Gen 3 and 4. And then I played a little bit more non-competitive, just like kind of trying to complete the decks. Cream Dream on Arc. Alrighty. You said it. I need to remember. What is the Type B mounting? I just don't remember. Hot dog mount. Do I need to use like I guess I'll just look at the board that I have, the build that I have. Did I? Shit, no. The build that I have, it's not really a good representation because it's EC. Alright. I guess in that case, I won't do labs today. I'll probably just do like work into the TX ones that I was already starting to set up with last time around. So this should require 2 boxes in this case. One of them's already partially used and then it'll run into the next. Okay, so yeah, I was like kind of all into, you know, sort of like the competitive scene where you have to do like EV training. And so I was thinking about all of that, and you know, Tina and I were playing Pokemon, and she was like familiar with the terms like EV training, but like had never done it. Didn't really want to take so much effort to learn it from beforehand. But we noticed that like we've been playing Scarlet and Violet together, and like these Terra raids, like when you get to like 5-star Terra raids, they're actually like kind of no joke. They need, you can't really do them mindlessly is what we kind of learned. So we started Googling and realizing the strategies are like, yeah, you actually fully need like level 100 Pokemon to go along with, let's see, like actual like EV training, or at least just like actual strategies for movesets and like statistics modifications. So at that point, you know, we really wanted to do these 5-star raids. And so I started teaching Tina everything that I knew about like EV training from Gen 3 and Gen 4. And we started working on it, and we basically spent the whole weekend doing it. And what we learned is that it's way easier now than it was, like, 15 to 20 years ago. There's a lot of stuff you could do to basically, like, perfect your Pokemon without having to hack. And I found that very, very surprising, honestly. You know what just occurred to me? Shoney's welcome. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I didn't. I was like, did I use the TX wire? And I realized, no, there's no way I could have, because this is actually a 6.25U kit. For those of you guys who don't know, I really hate these wires, these TX wires. I'm going to put that off to the side. Oh, I need one more set here. And then I'm going to grab 2 more 7U wires. So yeah, we're spending all weekend just kind of doing it. And yeah, we finally got like several Pokemon that are actually 5-star Terra Raid ready. Which is actually like pretty... I feel pretty proud about it. It's pretty lit. Oh. Type B. I think type B has to be 6U. So, I have to think about that. Is Gengar in this game? Yes. Gengar is in this game. But, like, there's also, like, it's funny because when you look up, like, Terra Raid strategies, it's like, there are definitely, like, Pokemon that are better specifically for Terra Raids that are not necessarily good for competitive. Whereas, like, and also obviously vice versa. We also bought the DLC. We each bought the DLC, so we got that up. Alright, there's a 7U. And we're going to grab one of these 6Us as well. Alright, I think we've got everything here. Anyways, my favorite guy right now, I love Goldango. Holy shit, Goldango looks hilarious and is like super powerful. I got like a Goldango. Have you seen the shiny? It's the worst shiny. I have not. Let's see this. I actually don't know what the shiny looks like. Goldango shiny. Does it just look exactly the same? What is the difference? Oh, the lines. The stack lines are slightly different. That's pretty funny. I thought it was gonna be like silver. That would have been sick if it were like silver. No, that's the only difference. It's so bad. God, I love Goldango though. Oh my god. This fool looks so ridiculous. He looks like Gold Gumby. Evolving it is hilarious. It gets Nasty Plot. It gets, I think it gets Metal Sound too, so your choice. And it has like really good coverage, especially being Steel for fighting against Fairy. And then it has a move At least the English name for this move is called Make It Rain. And it's like, I don't know, it's like 120 base power. Also, it gets like no, basically no opposition stat changes or even status changes either. So anytime someone tries to like lower your stats, or then someone tries to like poison you or anything, it's like it doesn't work. It's crazy. But unfortunately, I think like the downside is that no one can raise your stats either in like these kind of team battles. Been working on a few others too. Like I have like a purely support, non-attacking Cresselia. I got a special Vaporeon, a Scizor, a Gliscor, and Ceruledge. Alright, that's good. Kicked off the DLC is like 2 parts. We beat the first part. Barely vaguely started on the second. Spent a little bit of today trying to hit all of the Paldean trainers to get all these like trainer challenge rewards. I think I finally was able to finish it. There's this boring ass sequence of missions called classes. So you have to like sit through these class lectures where they just tell you what to do or like, you know, how to play the game. Type 0Z, thank you for the follow. And then you get stuff out of them. So you gotta do all this stuff here. I also found out that egg moves are now passable without eggs, which is like, why do they even call it egg moves anymore? And then also, it came to me that apparently Arceus is like a really OP Terra Raid Pokemon. And I have Pokemon Legends Arceus, but I actually never finished it. I think I was about like 1 Pokemon away from completing the Dex, which I think is... I don't know if there's a spoiler, but the prerequisite for... I think the prerequisite for actually getting the Arceus to trigger. So now I have to go back and play Legends Arceus, which I tried opening up and just being like, holy shit, this is such a different game than Scarlet and Violet. It's like parts of it are smoother. The gameplay is definitely interesting for sure. And I remember liking it a lot. I thought it was the best Pokemon game I ever played before Scarlet and Violet. But Scarlet and Violet is pretty action packed, which is kind of cool. Or pretty feature packed. Meanwhile, a problem is that our Splatoon commitment has been dwindling a little bit. So because I've been playing so much, it's like so much Pokemon. It's like I haven't been playing as much Splatoon, and the new season just started. So I just have to keep going back and think like, okay, I gotta play Splatoon. Gotta make sure to get my dailies in. And so that's part of the reason why I came into stream a little late tonight. Was because was trying to get a Chungus. Trying to get a big old Chungus. And it was just taking forever. Like, I was playing through the end of this Laker game. There's also a Laker game. Another reason why I was late. So it was also a Laker game. Trying to play through this Chungus, and it just, like, it took way more matches than I thought I needed to. Even we were winning, and it wasn't triggering the King boss. So there was that. Also, another reason why I was late was, I don't know if you guys might be able to tell, but this lens is a little bit higher quality. I went and realized I haven't shot in a while. And in addition to that, I went and realized that, like, I have a 28mm, 1.4 lens, which has just been sitting because I haven't shot in a while, and decided to just go and trade it. So this is no longer a wide zoom, but just a prime. And so I was just making some adjustments to accommodate for this lens. Which I don't know. Again, you guys probably don't even care to tell the difference, but it looks a little better for me. Although I guess maybe better subjective, because now you get to see all of me. Which to some might be good. To some might be not so good. Alright, so we have just finished that off. Let's get some BDZ in. What I realized too is that I do have a bunch of these leftover shims. Actually, yeah, this is probably good. Just use these two. Another update from this week. This past weekend, Tina and I finished Mushoku Tensei, or at least caught up into Mushoku Tensei, and I gotta say, man, I did not like Season 2 Part 2. I did not like that. Tina did. I'm guessing some people did, but I was not a fan. It was just me. It's been raining on and off lately. I was a little bit worried that, like, oh, am I gonna have to delay stream again? But it's cleared up tonight, which is good. But super on and off. It's raining pretty crazy last night. Rained a little bit through today. I do like the cloudiness that comes with the rain here. It does keep my apartment cool. Or it keeps my apartment at a normal temperature. Also, today there was an earthquake. Maybe like about a couple hours ago. Kind of extended a little bit too. It wasn't just like a quick one. It was like a little slightly longer than some of the earthquakes we've been getting recently. Epicenter in Dublin on St. Patrick's Day. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. It's St. Patrick's Day weekend as well. It's probably a good thing that we stayed in playing video games all weekend. Probably just been a little too crazy. Kajita, welcome. Is that what you're currently plagued with? How was it? How was it for you, Randy? Did you? Was it a big old one where you are? Oh, this is right next. Oh, that's right. That's right. You're in SoCal right now. Small here yesterday though, 2 in LA. Are you out there for? Let me guess. K-pop show. Any K-pop shows going on right now that brings you down there? Like a 3.4. Ooh. Wasa? Ah, there you go. Were you not able to get one up here in the Bay Area? I think I saw she's in Oakland, right? Or are you going to both? And Disney on Stacy's birthday? Right on. Right on. Yeah, she's in Oakland, but I don't know any Mamamoo / Wasa fans in the Bay. I see. Stacy's a Wasa fan, so we went together. Nice. And it's St. Patrick's Day. The only Mamamoo fans I know are down here. I see. Fucking Koala needs to come out to a show with us. Yeah, Koala, what you doing, man? Unbelievable. Speaking of Southern California, Lakers just got a couple of wins back to back after losing 4 straight. They're still in 5th. That's crazy how tight 2 through 5 is. Even almost like 2 through 6, really. Yeah, there's a crazy stretch right now. They're like, it's like 6 games in 8 days. They've just finished 4, so I think they get a break tomorrow. And then games on Wednesday and Thursday. I think some of it had to do with postponements from the LA fires. Let me just make sure here. That's 60, right? Yeah. All right. More on my news and notes here. This Horangi is great. I love it. What we put in it again? I already forgot. I already forgot what's in it, but I love it. I don't even remember. I don't think I updated my website either, so... What's in my build command here? These are the new Nixies, I think? New Nixies on aluminum. Outstanding. Put a little more. SR1 group buy I saw is up. I'm debating whether or not to go back to Rebolt or if I should reach out to Show directly. I know that there's like kind of an upcharge when you go to Rebolt, but on that front, it's like I haven't had any issues with Rebolt. I actually quite liked my experience with Rebolt, having bought, what now, like 5 keyboards from them? I'm also just wondering how badly I need an SR1. The answer is really not badly. If you want a pink powder coat, Winkyu one, let me know. Okay. Pink powder coat. I have to think. This is all for a display board again. So I gotta think of how many display key sets I'm in need of right now. Like how many would potentially look good on pink? Mine has a copper weight, a Pioneer SR1 from the first one. First run, I see. right. This one right here. And we should be good. But before I really deem it as good, let me just check. Did I get all of the inserts aligned properly, and are the wires all in them? So far, so good. If you want to try before you decide to buy one, you can build mine. Ooh. I was planning on putting Kabuki on it on mine, but I don't know when I'll build it. Ah, okay. I'm down to build one for you, for sure. I feel like you've definitely supported this stream enough for me to say, like, yeah, let's do it. I'll do a build. I'm sure you have plenty of parts, right? Okay, I think we're good. Probably just PvP, not sure on domes. I see. I wonder if anyone's still got Rev 3s. TX Rev 3 anywhere. Not that I'm hurting for stabilizer or anything, I'm just curious if anyone's still got stock. I tend to choose powder coat because my skin type kills ano. Ah, I see. Damn. I like ano because I think it feels and looks nice. I don't think I tend to brush it too much, but I don't know. Okay, real quick. Saber already suggested punching in the Cream Dreams into the arc60, but I still have 4 switches left to put on, 4 different types of switches left to put, or to choose from to put on the Type B. Let me know what you guys think. There's a couple of JWK, we got Telios, and we got Pre-Tool Reds. Pre-Tool Cherry Red. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions. The Type B is MX. Ooh, I'm guessing shit. These are 3-pin. Probably not going to do that one. Those evil ones? Alright. I was kind of thinking it should be the evil ones. Let's do it. I still have a bunch. My Switch collection, my completely untouched Switch collection is actually dwindling, which is good. I haven't really bought a whole lot of new Switches, and I've been dwindling those down. But the problem is I have all of these switches to retune, which is essentially just spring swapping. I need to spring swap a bunch of linears that are sitting next to me. And Dixius, welcome. And I think I should start getting to them soon because this count here is getting a little low of just available, ready-to-go switches. And a big thing, too, is that we have several builds coming up. And most of them are, again, just switch changing based off of, you know, my preference of different springs. So at some point I'm going to be running out of new switches, especially new ready ones. So I gotta start thinking about, okay, we gotta dig deep, make some of these more available. All right. arc60 is good. Work was pretty productive today, which is good. I don't know that I necessarily have that feeling super often. Oh, a few more things here. Finally got the email, or finally saw my first email from Microsoft regarding the Windows 10 end of service. Oh wait, I guess I could have done the reds. I realized we're doing the Cream Dreams in this plateless one. Whatever. We're doing the evil ones. End of service. Yucky. Alrighty. Key Cult 160 group I is supposed to open on Wednesday. I'm excited to see really what options are going to be there, because they have truthfully not made it crazy clear what options there are going to be. My guess is there's at least going to be silver, but who knows? Maybe it won't even have that. Ooh, some of these are tight to close. Alright, my last bit of news and notes is, oh my god, have you guys seen this Netflix pricing update? I gotta cancel my Netflix, man. Just too much. Just too much, man. They reissued it, yes. If you're on the 4K plan, it went up from, I think it's like $24 to $26 a month. But that's for the 4K, which I bought ever since, or I subscribed to ever since I got a 4K TV. But it's just like, this is just too much now. Why? I don't think this is it anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, man. I think you should leave. But honestly, I've been on Crunchyroll more over the past several months than I have been on Netflix. And I think it's now time to start trying to figure out how to share Netflix, even though that's what they specifically are trying to cut off. It's like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me that, like, they did that whole thing to take action against people sharing accounts, and then they're still raising prices. I don't know. That's crazy. So like, there's a part of me that's just like, man, like, they don't need to do this, you know? Like, are they? They're not. They're not losing money, you know? It's crazy. I have to talk to my mom about canceling. It's a good conversation to have. I'm so glad I figured out that this was a 6U before I had to really, really think hard about it. Yo. That's weird. Something here looks really weird. I don't think these are supposed to be this close to each other. Is it that? They leave a giant left gap, I think, for some international layout. Yeah, I almost put that in the wrong spot. There was like one that was slightly more left than this, which is... I don't know that I've seen that compatibility. Like, if I have, I haven't seen it in a long time. Alright, real quick. If we are doing a 6U build tonight, let's take a look at switches before I... or key sets. Before I make any rash decisions here. We got dual shot. We got red alert. Did I use red alert on something already? Is that really available? Okay. There's lamb alert and there's red alert, which is also by lamb, but I think that distinction is pretty important. So anyways, so there's that. What else do you got? We got Kirita Black. Botanical Desert's on that right now. And we got CRP. We got Dolch, McLawn, Maroon, Rudy, Purple Knight, Handerbite, CRP. We got Greg. You gotta make a 0-1 to match. But it's got the big katakana main legends. Alright, real quick, I'm feeling like this sounds a little funny. I'm gonna do a little digging, a little investigating here. It still sounds rather the same. Okay, the only thing I have that has only just off-center is nothing. Everything is basically centered. Okay, so 6U center is probably where we want to go, so that's centered. Alright, sweet. Okay, so I'm going to pull this out, and I'm just going to take a look on the side, because one thing I'm worried about is, because these housings, they're kind of so tight, especially since I filmed it, I'm worried that some of these might not have been pushed in all the way. Turns out I could just look at that and see that it's true. Okay, real quick, drop eagle eyes. If you got eagle eyes, gotta check for any bent pins on this one. I think we're good. Yeah, this is pretty straightforward. Alright, then this one, we're gonna punch all these in. Difference here though, it's plateless. Now we're gonna want to check to see how tight this fits in. It's relatively tight, actually. It's not tight, but it stays in, which is good. That said, we're probably still gonna use Wise Donkey's tool on this. I don't want to be caught with my hands in the cookie jar here, you know? No, not that. Neo 60 CU, I think, went live, right? Anyone get in on that? I think I'm gonna wait. I feel like there will be no shortage of aftermarket Neo 60 CUs. I'm not like dying for one that's going to be absolutely brand new and pristine. Here's a curious situation. I finally got back in touch with the guy who's trying to sell a ladybird that I've been interested in, even though it has like a pretty prominent imperfection. I'm still interested in buying it. The problem that I'd found out is that this guy's in Canada, so I'm not sure how this whole like tariff thing is gonna work. Like, what's supposed to happen now at this point? Like, just like very like logic. Does anyone know? Like, what actually is supposed to happen? Like, do I get billed by like USPS or UPS or something? I don't even know if anyone knows. Like I'm just like honestly, because like, yeah, I really just don't know. Like, they keep changing it. Like, is that the worst thing that's gonna happen? Is just that like I get a bill from UPS or FedEx or even USPS? Real quick, drop in Eagle Eyes if you got them. Just taking a look at bent pins. Think we should be good. I'm not sure anything is happening right now, and you wouldn't be charging less over like $800. But yeah, you would get a bill. Like, it's like, would they hold my package hostage? Okay, that's what I was thinking. Is that like you have to like pay at the door? Actually, I don't know why I just turned that off. I'm gonna need this on, but it's just like it's cold, so just turn it down a little bit. Work on getting set up here. So, pardon the wait. Alrighty. I think we're just about ready to go. Let's check to see if this is actually heated up or this is just a little false start as it usually is. Right, that looks pretty ready to go. Yep. As mentioned, this is plateless. I don't know if the last time I did plateless, whether I had whether I had used long poles. I don't think I did. Alright, so I'll reach out to the guy and say, hey, maybe don't worry about it. I think there's only issues for if the product is over 800 bucks. And then just go with it? I gotta play Arceus. I gotta get myself an Arceus. The crazy thing about Arceus is that, like, what I remember was I thought I was done, and then it turns out I wasn't. Because this is way, way back. What ended up happening was, okay, I don't know if this is spoilers. This might be spoilers, so I apologize in advance, or just mute or whatever. I think the way you're supposed to get Arceus is you have to catch all the other Pokemon. And I swear I thought I did. Then it turned out I only had one of the 2 Porygon evolutions. The problem is to get either of the Porygon evolutions, it's like, I think you either have to catch it or you have to figure out some way that you're supposed to evolve it. As far as I remember. Or it might even be the case that, like, yeah, maybe I think I still have one because I was doing all the Pokemon home transferring. I just remember, like, oh god, that's like, that was not easy to figure out that I was missing one because there's 2 different Porygon evolutions. Thing is, like, I don't know which one it was I still need though, so I have to, like, figure that out. But there's a part of me wondering, can I just trade a Porygon into it and then evolve it that way? Alright, this went really rather quick, but I'm going to do alignment pushes just because I don't know if this one actually set down as perfectly as I wanted it to. And I think in this scenario I'd rather be sure. That said, it probably should be fine because I think these Cream Dreams have those, like, legs that kind of work like anchors. Kind of. You guys know what I'm talking about? There's some switches that have, like, these little anchoring grooves on the plastic legs. Yeah, that shit can be annoying. Ooh, okay, I think that one was a good one. I hold that one, alright. I think that one was a good one because it wasn't anchored on both sides due to like the mild Swiss cheese of that caps lock position. This one kind of has it too. Hold that a little longer. Alright. I gotta move this a little bit. Oh, another bit of news. Finally used the duvet for the first time, and I gotta say, it was pretty nice. I got the Brooklinen lightweight, and I personally find it perfect. It's funny because I don't know, like I mentioned, I think there's a lot of people on the internet who seem to complain a lot about Brooklinen. Thus far, it seems to be okay. We'll see how it'll hold up over the next few months and then few years. Still haven't finished washing all of my bedding though. I still have a bunch of bedding and packaging right now. I gotta figure that whole thing out. Ooh, that was a good one. Okay, so there's so far been about 3 of these that are actually useful. 3 of these alignments. Alrighty. Again, I gotta say I'm pretty excited about those Philco PCBs. Funny part is how hard do I need to build it? Like, how hard do I need to think to build it? Because some of the last TKL builds I did is just like, I did like leftover switches. And I'm thinking of just doing them again for all 4 of them. Untuned switches, but tune the stabilizers. And then just put different switches on each key position, which I've already done. I think I did that once for the KMAC. Did I do it for anything else yet? I don't know if I remember. Oh, here's another curious thing. I'm wondering if that FR4 plate is going to work with that Litster Phantom. I gotta test that out. If not, it's fine, because I do still have that Phantom plate. Use the worst possible switches. I do have... I do have those kale black housings with cherry blue stems, but I think I gave away a majority of the blue stems that I had sitting around, which I think might be critical because of those switches that I have left, I don't know if I have enough for a TKL. So that's kind of the problem with the idea of using the worst possible switches. Kind of. Maybe I have to do a little bit of hunting, because maybe there's... So you're saying there's a chance. There might be a chance. I think I also found out that the, separately, the Geon Raptor switches, the MX, the non-HE Geon Raptor switches, the ones that he's selling on his site, because I think there might be more than one variant, possibly more than 2 variants of these Raptor HE, or Raptor switches from Geon. But anyways, the one that I have, I think might have shrinky parts. So I'm just like, it's kind of ridiculous because I don't even know if I was gonna like these switches in the first place, because they're like the gamer, like, quick actuation switches, which typically I hate in my general usage, but I haven't really tried these dedicated gamery type quick actuation ones. But on top of that, shrinky? Come on. Is it the opaque? Yes. Yeah, the MX opaque orange, yeah. Is that a signal that it's bad? Yeah, those are Jesus. Are the stems what caused the quick actuation, or is it the housing? It's kind of what I wonder, because I'm like, well, can I just switch them out for a different stem? Is it still going to be quick actuation, or would it just normalize? We just finished the arc60. Let's get started on this type B. Usually stem. Ooh. So I could just change these Geon Raptor switches to normal switches. I do have, like, I don't know, probably like 5 sets worth of, I think 5 sets worth of those linear palm stems. So I'm like just kind of thinking that those can Franken switch into maybe most things, unless there's like a tolerance issue. And so I was thinking of using those anytime I look into my switches and find that they might have shrinky parts. Quick time check, it is almost 12:30 here in San Francisco, California. So we'll hope to get these 2 builds done soonish. Run a print giveaway, and I could be on my merry way playing Pokemon into the dead of the night till I fall asleep. Have to wake up for another day. Another groggy day of work. I'm also supposed to stream tomorrow too, right? Shit. Oh, I think tomorrow I'm scheduled to do more desolders. More desolders. And then a couple of builds. At least 3 desolders. Still not raining. Good sign. Alright, real quick. Completely off topic, but has anyone noticed, like, it feels like Arco is cheaper than every other gas station? Is that, like, a thing? And, like, I've separately also heard that Arco's gas has, like, the worst mileage, and maybe that's why it's cheaper. Has anyone else heard any of this? Or experienced any of this? Yeah, it's usually cheaper. What about the mileage part? Ooh, that was a good one. That was real good. We barely have Arcos here in Florida and never tried. No info on it. It always feels like I gotta fill more often when I use it. It's not top tier gas in California, which means no extra detergents, maybe more ethanol. Oop. So you... Okay, so kind of looking at it top view is more like there's not real evidence that there's worse mileage, but it is anecdotal that people will say that it is. Is that kind of the scenario we all live in, or the universe we live in here? Yeah? Okay. Oh, there's some of these need to dig in real deep here. I probably might need to redo this row, because I don't know if the earlier ones are getting this type of treatment here. Let's try go back here again. No. Too many factors. Alright, real quick other thing. You know what's a little bit ridiculous? Okay, so I don't know if I've explained this before. I usually try to keep it a little bit private, but I do have a hybrid car, a chargeable hybrid car. And one thing I found that's kind of weird is that, like, there are these like when you go to like parking lots for stores or whatever, and sometimes there are these like these chargers, right? And some of them are like charge point. Some of them are charge point, so you gotta pay. But some of them are just like these other types of chargers. Like I think Shell has some chargers, right? And the thing is that like they tell you to download an app to be able to charge, like so that you can like pay. You gotta load in a credit card, and then you know you signal in the app that like, oh, I'm here at this location. Let me get some charge out of this. Let me get some juice, you know. So here's what's really weird is that like I've done this before at this one specific location for this one specific charger. This whole song and dance that I've just explained. And then like I don't get charged. Like what the hell was the point of that? Why don't you just let me charge? Like a power outlet. Like why do I have to do this whole song and dance with this dumbass app? Because like what ends up happening is like I plug it in, then it tells me like my car will tell me there's an error. The app will tell me that it's been going on for 45 minutes, but that I'm getting 0 out of it. Like I'm getting no charge from it. Then I come back and my car is charged. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is the point of all this shit? Okay, so now here's the weird part. The weird part is that, like, okay, does the app even do anything? So I go this other time, like I go the next time, and I plug in and I don't even open the app. I'm just like, what the fuck? Who gives a shit? Like, none of this shit is gonna look like it works anyways, but like, my car is just still gonna come out of it charged. So I just plug in, don't open the app, I go about my business. I come back and it's not charged. It seems, yes, exactly, Randy, that it's like data collection. It's gotta be some data collection, right? Because it's like, you need me to press a button on the app for something that's not even gonna charge me. But you need me to do it because I can't not just press the button on the app because otherwise you're not gonna give me any juice. I don't know. The whole thing is super dumb. Okay, so I did all these alignment pushes. I think most of them were like here. Here and here is like that second row. But let me also just take a look. Let's take a look-see. Things look better. I think definitely things look better than before, so we should be good. Let's see what I got to desolder. I think I need to desolder at least 2. I want to desolder at least 3. So tomorrow I'm scheduled HB60 and Vero V1. Maybe I'll tack on the KMAC Happy HHKB linear build. Maybe one more after that. See how I feel. Thursday's stream is to do the Cloudline MX. And then maybe also one of the Philcos. One of the assorted Switch Philcos. The multicam. And then next Monday will be another series of desoldering and rebuilds. Anyways, anyone else here into Scarlet and Violet? Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? I figured out this, I discovered a hack. Like a really interesting hack. Oh no, it's not really a hack. It's more just like a revelation of the ease change of EV training from Gens 3 to 5 up to now Gen 9. Which is that you could throw these power items, these power hold items. And so long as they're in your party, they'll just gain EVs for those, even I don't know how to explain it. They're additive now instead of like multipliers. So what I noticed was that like I had a Scizor that was like already maxed attack and I was continuing to use it. Or keep it in my party. And then I moved the power thing to something else I was trying to max attack for. But then I threw on an HP band and just kept it in the side of my party. And it was gaining HP. Like HP was crazy. Like I didn't know. Well, I was still doing attack guys. I found that wild. Everything was multiplicative before. And Tina was trying to explain to me this whole egg move thing last night. It's like, I just straight up didn't believe her. Because I was just still stuck in my 2007 ways. Gawk, welcome. Alright, I think we've finished. Let's do some tests. Alright, so this will be the type B. See if we got everything in here. Alright, sweet. That's perfect. Let's try out the arc60. Hopefully this is the same daughter board. Did I lose my cursor somewhere? This seems concerning. All right. I don't think this seems to enjoy being plugged in like this. I'm wondering or thinking this is not meant to be using this cable or this daughter board. One of the two. Yeah, so I don't know how best we're supposed to test this, but I guess maybe we'll just try to do the build, or like reassemble the build to test. Alright, so as per last time, we put Striker on this, which I don't know how I feel about this look, guys. I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I think I'm just like running out of ideas of what Striker actually looks good on, other than Tifu's crazy Anno board. It actually did look good on that, but I feel like Striker, I don't know what else Striker actually looks good on. Just being real with you. There it is. Real eyeball-searingly contrasty. Strikers for silver? I don't know about that. Like, I don't even know if it looks good on silver either. I think it looks really good, specifically on iridescent purple. That's all I think it actually looks good on. What is this, Torx? Tiny Torx? What about Navy? I don't know, man. Maybe we just got different tastes, but I don't know if I see it. Maybe PC. Like the only real honest answer I could give you is maybe just the royal blue to have it match, which I think like I have on the CLS SXH. I don't know if there are more in the middle. They think there are. Yeah. All right, I'm also separately starting to believe here that these might be loose because they've been stretched. This shouldn't be that easy, you know? Is there more? Oh, did I not take this one out? So I'm thinking maybe these have to go on some clears. Oh shit. You actually also gotta remove this shift, otherwise that little tab is not gonna come up. Alright. So also okay, that's good. There's no let's quickly, I know I have to spin this around, but I'd rather spend this initial time here just testing to see that this works. Much to the chagrin of others here. I know that I'm supposed to flip that. This is like ends up being like super raised, right? Okay, yeah, so you weren't supposed to use it with the universal daughter board. It is not universal, this whole situation. Okay, looks good. Okay, so from this stage now, I gotta do that flippy thing. Oh God. Yo. What the fuck? That feels very strippy. Jesus Christ. Do I have more screws? I do not feel comfortable about this fucker. I think there might be more hardware in the original box, but I don't think I actually have the original box. I think it's down in storage. Okay, so how does this work? Like this? Okay, which one's which again? I don't remember. Did I not put it in the right place? Oops. Before? I don't know. Let's look it up. arc60 build guide. It says iPhone Pro Max kit must be purchased with keyboard kit. You have to buy the foam? Did they just think like, oh shit, we can't sell this foam. We gotta force them to buy it now. Look at this. You guys see this? You have to buy the foam kit. I like how Every response is, you have to flip it. I'm like, which way do I flip it? I think they meant you can't buy it alone. Oh, really? There's no way this is correct. What am I even doing right now? I'm thinking maybe I had it the wrong way before. Is that what happened? Like, I didn't even need to undo this because it was in the correct orientation before. I don't understand. Does it not matter with the plated build? Oh, the frame gets screwed to the top case. Okay. Jesus. Is that how this works now? The frame is screwed into the top case when you build it plateless. God, I never remember anything. Alright, my only thing left then is my honest concern about that one stripped screw. Man, I don't like this. I'm wondering if I could just find a different screw. I don't know what length that is. Looks like M2 by 8, which, hey, remember M2 by 8? I remember M2 by 8. That is number 8 here. These are Phillips. This seems a little longer than M2 by 8. What about M2 by 6? This seems more reasonable, although this, I think, these feel... slightly countersunk. Slightly. Am I wrong in saying that? Alright, hot take. I feel like if you're using Torx on keyboard stuff, you're being too cute. You don't gotta do that. You don't gotta do all this, man. What are your guys' thoughts? I'm just gonna replace all of these. Kimmy, welcome. Nah, I love Torx. Even when it's like tiny Torx. Trying to be too cute. That's what I think. Well, tiny anything is super susceptible to stripping. Oh, Kimmy is awake. No streaming at all. I saw that Kimmy is taking a little break, or a break from last week, as I understand. I hope this little break has treated you well. I'm just changing all these to Phillips. I don't think there's a better way. I also feel like all of it I should change, like even including the ones that put the case together. Okay. Now I think we should be good. Yeah, I think these are by 8. As long as you don't use a wood screw. It took apart someone's tray mount that they just forced. That's crazy. That is crazy. I love that. I love that for them. I love that for you. Hey, shouts out to wood screws. Everybody use wood screws. Any key set you guys might want to see on this? Let's see what we got available. I'm thinking maybe a CRP, but I also wouldn't mind another GMK. arc60. I heard that news. Will Smith putting out another album. 55-year-old Will Smith, as part of his slapping rehabilitation program, I guess. Isn't that crazy? How long? That was like 2020. That was like 2 years ago, right? Will Smith slap. When was that? 2022. That was in 2022. That's crazy. That's like really hard to believe. That was that long ago. Wait a second. Slap needs to be his album. Yeah, we're like 9 days away from the 3-year anniversary of the slap. He was in a reel with Doshi recently. Maybe that's related. Probably, yeah. Do you remember the GMAC Cash song? Should we watch it? GMAC Cash. All right. Here we go. Wait, there was a music video for this, I think. Let me find it. Oh shit. God damn it. Seriously? Will Smith. Oh yeah, official video. Here we go. The video is crazy. Classic. All right. I'm going to throw on some CRP. CRP, you guys think go well with these cream dreams? Guess we'll find out. Custom 3, welcome. Alright, so we'll do a little type test on this, and then we'll work on assembling that Type B. Ooh, okay. All right, here we go. Plateless arc60. Novel keys cream dream switches. I forgot the springs, but I guess I'll just put that. Let me see. Novel keys cream dream switches CRP R. I want to say R4. Orange Cyrillic keycaps. And meanwhile, that other one, this is JWK EV01R2 switches. Okay, real quick, there's the builds. There are the builds. The first one is the one we're about to do a type test on right now. So, here we go. I like it. What do you think? Also, Tina figured out a way for me to log in, so I'm back to this. Let's see. Let's go to a brighter one, just so that there's more light on my face. Miss Cupcakes. Alrighty. Last one here. What do you guys think? I like it, and I like how I remembered how to flip the how to flip the inner piece. All right. So, what am I missing here? This. Mint noises, welcome. I like it. Yeah, it's pretty chill, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, I think these Striker 1 key set is slightly stretched, and by slightly I mean very. I think also it did have the downside of separately before being on even looser stems than this. But luckily, I think these are better than before, or maybe possibly as good as they get. I think it might be more worthwhile to throw these on something that have some wider stems, like some clears or something. That's probably how they got stretched out in the first place. Okay. So, next up, I guess I'll just put this away because we are going to daily drive, or at least drive for one day, in Type B build, which the other build we currently have in here, we're about to break down. Let's pull this out. And I guess while we're here, I forgot to do it on the last one, on the first arc60 build, but we'll do a current type test of what this EC Type B sounds like, and then after that we'll do the reassembly. So Type B, what is in here? This has got 55 gram Real Force R2 domes. I think this might be the one from Randy, and then Real Force R1 housings and sliders. From a 106, which I bought last May. So let's go and try this out. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what it is, but something is hitting something else. What is that sound? I don't know what that sound is. Okay, whatever. All right, let's disassemble this. Thank you guys for the contributions. Custom 3 and Kimmy. Oh, mint noises. I gotta hydrate, don't I? Okay. Oh. So, it's looking like this is a top mount that's supposed to rest on the hot dogs. As I understand, there are these little hot dog gaskets on the bottom case that we had to cut out from the O-ring. That's what I understand, at least. This is not a typical, otherwise typical O-ring mount. It's just that it uses an O-ring cut up into bottom case gaskets that the top mounting screws press down on. So this is, prior to this, we were running this stainless steel EC plate. This time around, we are going to be running these this aluminum plate with JWK EV01R1 switches. We need to find a 6U set to run on it. Options again. Let's see what'll be good. Oh, how do I? Shit, that's what I need. I need a little X to clear. That way I didn't have to plug this keyboard back in. All right, dual shot, DCS red alert. CRP. Maroon, McDelan. Purple Knight. Any thoughts? Alright, before I continue, I'm going to unscrew this a little bit. Actually, I wonder if I had a plan for this. Maybe I could look up the plan. I might have had planned key sets. Let's see. Plan. Well, that's not correct. No, I had no such plan. I had this mix of Xerox mix. Maybe I could run that. More CRP. Just taking time for myself is good. It's real good. Anyone have any problems with more CRP? Or do we need to do GMK tonight? I guess I'll just poke around until I find some. Oh, I think this is it. Is this it? Okay, real quick, I just wanted to show this off. CRP R4 Xerox. Do I have the inverse? I do. Xerox. Oh. It just occurred to me. This might have not been properly written in. Oh, it is. It is. Okay. So I have to show this. R6. And then also my site. So check this out. If we look at the Xerox kit of these two sets, this is CRP R4 Xerox. This one was just kind of a pure white. This is only just a sort of render or drawing illustration. This one, R6, has everything in beige. It's like the two opposites, right? Then we go back and look at my OC62. What I actually did was I parted the two sets into alphas and mods, and then I put the inverse set on my OC62, which I thought looked really good on this limestone board here. But then now I have the inverse of this that I think could go well just on a silver board, just like looking like a regular beige. And it does look like a regular beige, despite how like white that R4 set looks. Only problem is it's a 7U bar. I think I could steal. Ooh, so it is slightly different. I think that's kind of the problem. They're not exactly the same shade. The 6U to the 7U. So I don't think that's gonna really work because it is pretty different. They didn't include a 6U, did they? On either. They had a 7U and they had a 625. Damn. Well, that's a bummer. Alright, I might just choose a different CRP set then that I could use this 6U bar for. I guess this is just a 7U only project. Suppose I could have put that on the arc60. Is this tulip? Oh, maybe I'll just use this. What the hell was I scrambling for? I could just use this. Oh shit. This is off center. God damn it. Alright, well. I think we'll have some solution for it. I think the solution will be to just figure it out as we go. Tulip. Let me find a picture of tulip. Okay, I have an older picture of tulip. I think we can figure out. This is the tulip R3 that we have on the Real Force, which is only in TKL. So we could probably infer the rest. That's why 7U is just easier. I'm not gonna lie, it is. Like I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all. Here's another funny thing. I think this is a GMK bar. I think as far as I could tell, is it? I think it's does GMK label their 6Us? Because I see a label here at the bottom. Because as far as I remember, the CRP bar sorry. The CRP bar I think has the double stem. So I think I need to just like go hunt one down from over yonder. In which case, I now wonder here, did this even match? I guess this didn't even match. GMK bar. I probably could have used that Xerox set then, but oh well. Whoa. All right. Let me try go track down a 60 bar. I'll be right back. All right. So here I found a, something. As far as I could tell, yeah, this should be a working 6U bar. Yeah. Fortunately, I don't think it sounds very good, this 6U bar. I wonder if that's an effect of the bar, or maybe it's just something weird with the switch or the board. I could try, I think I have more bars here. I think also maybe I could try to track down the there's a couple 7Us in there. I have some GMK bars somewhere, which I probably have a centered one. See if this one's any different. I don't know. Where would I have put those bars? Because I have all these like kits, and I think let me go look around a little bit more. Is it here? Might it be here? GMK bars? Is it this? Oh, I think it is. Yeah. Maybe. Okay, I think I think I only have off-center bars. Because I think I bought 2 of these, and I seem to only now just have the off-centers. Yeah. Damn, so here was a case where I probably should have put that off-center switch. I've seen the Brick 60, just saw Pinkford. I have not. Tell me more. Who pinged? What vendor or designer? Alright, well I guess we're just gonna have to live with this PBT bar. I don't like how it sounds at all, but you know, I guess it's the way the cookie crumbles. Probably KLC. I see. Well, drop a link if you got one. In the meantime, we will work on this type test. All right. So, type B, aluminum plate, top/hot dog mount. What do we got? JWK EV01 R2 switches with some long spring in it. And then CRP R5 tulip, including 6U PBT bar. So, here we go. KLC, let's take a look. What do you guys think? I feel like this bar is, it sounds like either nothing or not good. That is weird. That is super weird right there. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know. I gotta think about this. You've given me a lot to think about. Not a fan of that. Kind of no for me, dog. I really don't like that. The raw weight is kind of cool. Yeah, but otherwise, I'm not sure. This is a little strange too. The side profile feels like it was kind of cool, but I don't know. There's something about that execution that's a little funny. Like, this looks funny. And then even when it's assembled, it also looks funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do this. Like, there's nothing about this that screams to me that it's like crazy exciting. It's like, I mean, I will say it is kind of unique. It is unique in two ways, between that weird thing and that weird thing. I wouldn't fault anyone for buying this, but I just don't know. I don't think it's for me. That's pretty interesting. Is that like where sort of like Got a little gasket here, and then like it's sort of depressed in. What does the plate look like? Yeah, that is pretty interesting, I suppose. What do you guys think? I I'm not sure. I'm not sure about. It's weird. I'm not sure about this build. I'm not sure about this board. I don't know. I think I had this really weird experience building it the first time when we were trying to set in the daughter boards, because there's multiple daughter boards in this. I remember thinking that also with that first build, I wasn't exactly sure that I really appreciated the gifted 55 gram topiary domes from Randy. Like, I think I appreciate the gift, but the actual dome, the domeness of it, I don't know if it's like snappy enough. I like the weight. The snappy enough of it is the. Now we're sitting here, and I'm not sure if I necessarily like this build, but I think there's a chance it could be maybe the springs that I put in this might be a little too heavy. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. EV01. Oh. EV01. Yeah, this is the Prevail 3-stage. I have these Prevail 68 gram 3-stage springs, and it's like there's something about them that just make them feel really heavy. Like, I feel really like a lot heavier than 68 grams. Yeah, Randy, I will say that. Yes, yes. Better is better than my experience with PBB and also uh, Densest Dome so far. I would say it's also better than my experience with HHKB Pro 3 domes. But yeah, not necessarily like the greatest. Like, I could sit there and write it out, and it'll be good after I get my bearings on it. But in this particular scenario, I just wasn't sure that like I was a huge fan of that after the weirdness of the build. Separately now, again, this one is just also a weird build. Like, I think the switches, I don't know about these springs. Like, and the funny part about this is that I have a lot of these. Like, I still have a lot of these left over from a vendor that's been gone now for a couple years. So I still have just a lot of these. I mounted these on, and it's just like, so these springs are a little heavy. Then separately, then the space bar also has to be heavy to just sort of match that. So I think I put like a really heavy spring in the bar, and then coupled with this PBT bar being, I don't know, not my favorite. Like, I get this feeling that if this were a GMK bar, this might be a little bit better. But in order to do that, I needed to have probably shifted that center switch to an off center, which is silly just because, like, all things considered, is like I typically try to get away from that, and then like I consciously did that this time around, not realizing shit. Probably should have, but do one more quick type test with this music on. Is that really disappointed? Did you have high hopes for this configuration? A little bit. I thought I'd have a higher hope than the EC build, I think. But also, again, I think it might just be my Switch choice. Honestly, I think it might be my Switch choice if some things about the Switch has changed, then possibly I would have had a better experience here. So I mean, I could add this to the queue of things to rebuild down the line. So I should probably do that. I think I also need to rebuild that martingale from last time around too. I was pretty disappointed in that Alps martingale because I really like the MX martingale, and then I did the Alps one, and I typically like Alps, but I don't know. There's just something not right about that one. Let's do this. I'll add this to the list of things to rebuild. I stick to the same switches most of the time. I have too many different types of switches. I haven't really used any of the HMX switches. Yeah, and I think this space bar. I think the space bar is just really. I'm not feeling the space bar. There's just. It could be the PBT bar. It could be something wrong with the switch itself. I don't know. Maybe I need to just plug more. I don't know. But maybe I'll try to do that off stream. So. All right. Let's because right now it's like this spacebar right now at best sounds like nothing. It just sounds like nothing at best. And then like there are times where I'm like listening for it and I'm just like, oh, it sounds like not. It feels and sounds just like not really right. All right, shall we do some a keyboard again? Did I do the Type B last time around? Let's see. I think I did. Did I? Was this the Type B or the Cloud9? I don't even remember. No, you need to keep using it for now. You're spoiled for choice. Well, yeah, I'm gonna drive it till tomorrow because we're gonna have more builds tomorrow. I'm gonna redo my Vero V1, and that's a board I really do like. We'll hope that I keep liking it. Okay, Type B. Yeah, this is the Type B. Did I already do a print for this? I don't think I did. All right. Did I though? There was a day that I forgot to write in. It was my 3. I gotta figure this out. I did like 3 streams in the span of 4 days, and I think I forgot to record the prize for one of them. Okay, so 3 was the Julius Caesar. 3 was, I think, this piggy print. And that's the one, I think Gawk won that one. So I wrote that in wrong. Then 3, whoa. Okay, then 3/6, March 6th. Oh, was the Supreme Labubu. I think Gawk won that one. Okay. You won 2 in a row, right, Gawk? Was it like 2 weeks ago? Your keyboard list is really wrong. Where do you really long? Where do you store all of them? It's on a shelf. They're all on a shelf. Let's see if I can pull that picture up. I haven't taken a new picture in a while, but I could go and find it. How do I... Discord changed their UI, which makes it a little harder. Looks like this. It's different now. They're organized a little bit differently. There's more of these brown boxes on this row here. These brown flatbread boxes, and then more of these got shifted to the top of the shelf. This is an older picture where I used to just have shoe boxes on top here, and then I got rid of most of the shoe boxes. And now the whole top is now also full of keyboards just stacked on top of each other. I got a bunch of stuff that it's just kind of stored here on this side, and it's like there's a part of me that wants to move or get rid of all this stuff and then just start maybe throwing another thin shelf in here and then use that as like extra keyboard space, because there's just more in this little, it's like a little nook. Yeah. I don't know how much weight is on the shelf. I know, yeah. It's like probably not safe because it's also not like, it's not attached to the wall. It's pretty bad. So it's like every time there's an earthquake here, I get like a little worried. I get a little worried whenever there's an earthquake. There was an earthquake earlier today. So JQ, welcome. That'd be a nice little board I toss in my bag for work. Maybe I'll use it on my home desk for today. All right. Yeah, I think I need to get a good Type B build in. So that I could yeah, I need to get a Type B build in. I want to be able to appreciate this. Lily would be fine, right? The case is pretty thick. Yeah, the case is pretty thick. Now, the thing is, when you say would be fine, like in my case, in my scenario here, I wonder because like what's the most vulnerable? Like the ones at the bottom or the ones at the top? I guess it also depends on how it's stored. Like these craft boxes, probably not so much. Probably a little less safe. But like, are these at the bottom safer than these at the top? You think the top is safer? I don't know. Top is worse off. Okay. What's not safe is anyone standing next to that shelf during an earthquake. I know, yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna go over there and try to hold it up. I think that's probably the thing I'm gonna not do. All right, let's go with that. I think that should be centered. And then the borderless zoom should help that out. But let's also clean this guy up here and here. Any others? Okay, so we'll go and print this guy out. All right, and I got marbles up. Let's see. Followers only mode. Marbles. Marbles. You'd like to raid. Meanwhile, Frank, let us know what sticker you'd like. B-Stock. B-Stock middle finger Meowth. Mr. Thakthok. Alright. Damn. I have all of them already? Do you? I don't know if you have the... I don't think anyone's claimed the frog. Did you claim the frog? I feel like no one's claimed the frog. You'll take a Meowth? Alright. Oh, wait. I don't have frog? Alright. Anyone, alright. Has anyone, seen that Instagram account Frog? I think it's pretty funny. Alright, it's just frogs. It's videos of frogs and then, like, captions saying, I love frogs, or I love the frog account. Alright, join my Discord, buy my merch, check out Watagaki. I guess no one came up with the raid message for John, so we're just going to do the regular raid messages here. Alright, I should be back tomorrow. Going to do some desoldering and some rebuilds, so see you guys then. Good night.